How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy ProKing117 with the helpful tips, tricks, and tutorials videos for Final Fantasy XIV. For today's tutorial, we're going to go over the HUD display. Sometimes we don't know what we're looking at when we open up Final Fantasy XIV, and here I am to help you guys out. So to get started, we're going to go from left to right on icons and things that we see when we first open up the game. So for the first icon, we're looking at our main scenario quest, right? When you click this, your journal will populate, and when that's populated, you can click on that quest, open up your map, and it will give you an exact location of the quest that you're looking for. You can click on the Aetheryte currents next to that and fast travel. It makes traveling and completing quests very easy and efficient. Under that will usually be an optional quest or a side quest that you can click on, and it serves the same function. You click on it, you open up your journal, you click that quest, and it will give you the exact location of the quest you need to complete. Over here to your right, you have your current world server. So let's pretend you have a friend. He is like, hey, what server are you on? You can click this, or you can hover over this icon, and it will give you that exact location. Here's going to be your receiving and sending ping, and then here's going to be your local time. So this local time is not inherently necessarily the time in your local area. It's an in-game time for special events like Golden Saucer and events in the game to correspond to you in getting there. So when it says, hey, this will happen at this time, this is what time they're referring to. Here's your mini-map with your cardinal directions. Your mini-map can also have a zoom and pull out function to see what you want in greater detail or more detail here. That corresponds exactly to your map and your general location. After that, you have your coordinates, right? These X and Y coordinates respond to exactly what they are on the map. So let's pretend you ask somebody where they're at and they send you coordinates. You can easily look at your map and look at your coordinates and find out your location. This icon gives you the general state of the condition in your area and night and day. So Final Fantasy does have a night and day cycle, and it's often displayed, and you can find out at a quick glance here what time of day it is. Here's going to be your general quest that's located here, so that gives you a general overview here. This is customizable by selecting. It gives you priority of what quests are viewed and what quests that you don't want viewed here. So when we pull up this menu, we pull up our character. It's a quick character indication that gives you each slot and what components are in there. When we click this, this is our items. So for each section, it's indicative of each section in this area. So as you can see, there's corresponding colors that correspond to what's inside your items. So right now we have green, red, and blue. Green are items as in gear and inventory. Red are special items, and then blue is common items. Black indicates open spaces in your inventory. If we look in the section here on the bottom, we have gil. That's going to be the amount of money that you have totaling. And then each corresponding button section here brings up a menu and sub-menus for things that you can do that will go on in a later video. So this is character, everything involving your character, minions, mounts, and so forth, so on and so forth. Duty, things that help with locating your duty and things as such, and quests that you may be interested in. Logs, travel, everything revolving travel. Party, social, as in emotes, free company, housing, and things of that such, and then system. In this menu, you have a HUD layout. And this HUD layout, this is where you can customize your HUD even more, right? You have 4 different sections that you can customize exactly to your layout as presets. You have basic, systems, and hotbars. Breaking those down will show you exactly what those areas are, and then duty. Hotbar 1, hotbar 2, hotbar 3 are corresponding to the associated hotbars, and then so on and so forth. You can even go as far as making another set of layouts. Look at that. Your hotbar can be resized, repositioned, any of the things you sort that you want to do to fully customize your experience. Each hotbar can be moved, stretched, shrunk, and so on and so forth. So much that goes on here that we're just gonna have to do that in another tutorial, but just you wait, we'll be doing that soon. Here's going to be your abilities and class These are slowly unlocked during character progression, so it's fully customizable, and there's multiple tabs. You can even add other tabs via systems when you do HUD layout. Right here you have your chat box. Your chat box is going to be inclusive to 3 tabs. You can add more: general, battle, and event. General is going to be everything in these categories, including chat dialogue. So if there's open chat in the world, you'll see it here, and then you can even customize how you operate with that, right? So you have your tell. Tell is going to be a direct message in purple. So you select tell, you select the person, you write out the message, and it'll be directly to them and no one else. Then you have your save function. That one's going to correspond a lot to NPC dialogue or just in general. So when you have a quest that tells you to say something to a specific NPC, you select that and then it'll work. Party is going to be your general party chat. So when you select that, you can talk directly to your party, and only they can see that. Alliance is specific for 24-man alliance. You have 3 groups of a full party of 8. So if you want to talk to another alliance members, you have to select that so it's selective to the whole alliance raid. Then you have yell. Yell is going to be your general in a general vicinity where everybody in a general vicinity can hear you. Shout's going to be a larger vicinity in orange so everyone can hear you. Then you have free company. Free company, you have to have a guild or free company to utilize. But that being said, when you click that, all your free company can hear you talking to them, and it's an easy way to communicate with your guild and plan and coordinate events. So this is your battle HUD. It's a little different from your normal HUD, right? So the inclusion of the party, light party, is one of the main things. That right there gives you a general overview of what's going on in your party, via healths, buffs, shields, and other things for all party members, including of yourself. As you can see, if you hover over any of these buffs or debuffs, it tells you a brief description of what they are. In the upper left corner, you have your limit break. This limit break is used for a party-wide execution. So all party members have the ability to use a limit break, but they do specific things depending on what kind of character you are. So if you are a DPS class, it will do increased damage depending on the level of limit break you have. 1, 2, or 3 doing more damage respectively. If you're a tank class, it gives you an overshield. 1 doing decreased damage, level 2 doing more mitigation, and level 3 you take 0 damage from the incoming ability. And then if you're a healer class, the limit break 1 gives a regen and a large heal to the party. A level 2 will give an increased heal in a longer regen, and then level 3 will give a full res to the party and full health. Those are typically used in emergency case scenarios or at the end of a big boss fight. Be cognitive, it is a party-wide limit break. So over here you have your buffs, debuffs, and enemy health. That is going to be tracked at all times as long as you have a target selected. Then over here you have your enemy gauge, or aggro gauge, or hate gauge. The gauge depends on the level of aggro you have towards that certain enemy. So if it's blue, you have no aggro to that enemy, or aggro is taken up by somebody else. If it's orange, you have partial aggro, or somebody else has full aggro. And if it's red, you have full aggro from that individual and will be taking most damage or all damage from that enemy. So that's it for your general HUD display tutorial. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned information, and I hope I was able to provide you with some sufficient information to enhance your gameplay. So remember, if you enjoyed this video, to like and subscribe, and comment below on something that I may have missed or something that you know that I don't know. Hey, we are all learning. This is the learning process, and this is a very big game, and your input is very, very helpful. Also, I stream Friday through Tuesday, 4:30 EST on Twitch at CatchKing90. So I hope to see you there. Hope you guys have a fun time playing, and it was nice seeing you guys. Have a great day.